Friends, 948 days of war between Russia and Ukraine. In southern war zone, by and large, activities are limited except cross-selling each other, like in Kharkov. In Zaporizhia as well, where though Russians have reached outskirts of Gulyaypole, but they no major offensive. In east on Marinka-Ugledar front, Russian army has physically encircled Ugledar, like Mariupol way back, though Russians control only 35 to 40% of the city, and also large areas are in grey zone now. Russian army also expanded buffer zone around Yuzhno-Donbasskaya mine number 3. Ukrainian channels, though, accept the retreat of Ukrainian army in and around Ugledar, but say that they are still not under full operational encirclement. However, they also accept that in coming week they may not be able to withstand the Russians' offensive operations. Avdiivka Pokrovsk, Russian Defense Ministry claims that Marinovka is liberated, which is near Selido. I think this was already under Russian army last 2 to 3 days. The Russian Defense Ministry is a little cautious in announcing such victories. Russian army advanced west and north of Nikolevka and expanded control zone north and northwest of Novogorodivka and advanced west of it on the approaches to Lysivka. Toretsk, Russian army advanced from the eastern and southeastern side into the forest adjacent to Toretsk city, that is Zherzinsky, and seized industrial areas universal censor. Bakhmut-Chasov and up to Sivers'k, they no information of any major changes. Minor gains for the Russian army in Chasiv Yar area. Northeast Ukraine, that is Kupian, Swato, Crimea, some small gains for the Russians in Liman direction, otherwise positional battle continuing. And similar situation in north of Kharkiv, that is Slobozhanske direction, fight continues in Vovchansk and Lipsy direction. Kursk, fierce battle continues on almost all the fronts, but by and large situation seems to be stable, though it looks it is very temporary. Glusko district, Russian army pushed out Ukrainian troops from the outskirts of Medvezie and Novoput, and it seems Ukrainians' offensive operation is defeated, at least for the time being. Korenivo district, Ukrainians' attack on Lyubimivka 2 has failed. Fight is on in Nikolayevo, Darino and Darino areas. Sudza, by and large, heavy cross-shelling continues in Ruskoye, Poreknoye, Charkaskoye and west of Borki. Heavy interdiction missions are on, where Russians launched several Kinjal missiles at Staro Konstantinovo airfield and other areas like in Sumy, Dnipropetrovsk, Snake Island, and Ismail. Ukrainians used drones to hit Rostov and other Russian territories. Palestine Israel Middle East, where war is escalating. While Netanyahu is in USA, IDF struck Hezbollah Headquarter in Beirut and reported that it has killed Hassan Nasrallah, their leader. Though it is not confirmed from the Palestinian side, and it is very clear that US is leading the war with weapons, that is behind it is war industries, money and intelligence. In this airstrike, 300 suspected to be injured and killed. IDF also attacked Damascus. They know sovereignty as far as Syria or Iraq are concerned. Houthis, in the meantime, launched 23 cruise and ballistic missiles on 3 US destroyers in Red Sea. As far as Gaza is concerned, IDF struck North and South Gaza Strip. In southern Gaza, Hamas too counterattacked with mortars. West Bank skirmishes on. Has war become a new normal for the human civilization in 21st century, especially last a decade or so? And as a result, the people's resistance has gone behind the scene.